Hello everyone, welcome to a very sunny bonsai expression. I'm Christoph and today, well, I'm going to give this little bugger a repot because it's fell over and it's smashed the pot, and as you can see all my roots are exposed in this scorching heat and it's not very good. What I have done is, if I can find it, it's just over here. I've had it sat in this other pot just inside there, so it's not been exposing the roots too much just for the time being, and now I really need to put it in a different pot. I've actually got a spider on my camera, so let's just put that back in the tree. Go on, Mr. Spider, there we go. Make waste. No, Mr. Spider will look after my tree. So as I was saying, my roots are all exposed and I've had it just sat in an additional pot just to make sure the roots aren't being damaged by the heat, and I've been on top of the water. But now is the time, it's peak of summer and this is a tropical tree. It is a sweet plum, so I need to get it in another pot, and I've chosen this really nice little blue pot. It's a bit dirty, but I need to go clean, and I've already gone ahead and put some drainage screens in the bottom. So today, just going to get it out of here, maybe take a look at the roots, give them a slight prune, give the tree a wee trim, and as you can see, it is Jewett, it's long and leggy, so we'll prune it back, not too hard, but we'll prune it back to some of the new growth, get it in the new soil, and give it a good watering, get it back on display. Come join me for this one. Now, let's get into it. I'll first start by removing my, well, this one's absolutely caked in moss, but these are what hold my fertilizer, so I'm just going to put them to one side, and then I'm going to try and remove the tree in one, because obviously it's not tied in and the tree itself is in a smashed pot, so I'm going to try and just lift it up and just snap my I've just snapped my chopstick. Now, actually the pot itself has got a bit of a lip to it, which is going to make my life a little bit more difficult, but overall, shouldn't be too much of an issue. At least I'm hoping. Come on. There we go. And I would like to save as much soil as I can, because you know me. I'm not going to stay at that. You know me, I like to reuse as much my soil as I can, because it's got all that good bacteria from the year before. So the matting as well is actually embedded in the bottom. See if we can get this out. There we go. Put that to one side. So the roots, good healthy amount of roots on the bottom here. Let's get you in there so you can have a good look. So this is well due a good repot as well. So we'll start as usual, radially going around, getting the soil out, and I've let it dry out a little bit just to make this job a little bit easier on myself. Now, once I've done this, we'll come back, I'll show you what the root system actually looks like. Now, I've quickly washed the roots out, and just because we've been working on this tree for some time, just look how good these roots are. I mean, everything is really nicely radialed. Got a good flare going on. Everything's nice and fine. I've got most of the soil out. I've got a couple of the clay molar just left in here that we need to just tease out, and because I follow Nigel Saunders' advice, because he's like one of the big cheeses in YouTube bonsai, and I've followed his advice for many years now, and I've started with the roots. As you can tell, start with the roots, make sure everything is going well, get that root development going, and as soon as you get the root development going, get a good root system, good radial root system. Once that's developed, you can continue. I mean, you should already be doing it alongside it, but once the roots are established, you can then continue with the up part of the tree, that is the main tree itself up here, but establishing the root system while it's young is easier than correcting it as it's older. So all I'm doing now is just anything that's noticeably in the wrong direction, like that crossing root there, and this one here, I'm just going to go and take out, just removing. But majority of these roots, this one here is coming right across, majority of these roots are already established, giving me a really good root plane. So this one, just got to find out where it is and where it's coming from. So as I say, the majority of these roots are doing really well because I've took the time and effort to follow Nigel's guidance and make sure I'm developing a good root system, going in every couple of years, taking out the ones that are crossing, going upwards, leading the wrong direction, refining as I go along, as we're doing again today. And then it just makes every year that little bit easier to work on. You're only taking out the odd root, and then once I've done that, it's just going to be a small profile prune. So again, I've just got a couple of ones that are heading upwards just here, and now I'm just going to do a profile prune, just to make sure we're balancing the growth. So let's just move that over, make sure I've got roughly an even spread all the way around. So I just need to take some off this side here. A few growing up there. Going to take a look at the underneath. Make sure that's a flat plane. There we go. And now I can go ahead, put this in my nice new pot. Just look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Now I'm not going to tie this tree in. I'm just going to do exactly how Nigel Saunders does it today. I'm going to make sure I've got a nice front on the tree. So this is going to be my front just here. I've got to get it in there. I think that's going to be a good angle. Just there. As always, going to make sure we've got no air gaps, working the soil in between my root system, and it is a fine root system at that, so we're going to make sure it's all the way in. Once that's done, I'm going to place some rocks on. We're doing the Nigel Saunders technique today, so I'll be right back in just a second once that's done. Yeah, it's been watered in, repotted, we've got the fertilizer back on. Just look at it, we've got some pebbles holding it in as well. As I say, we've got a full Nigel Saunders on this beautiful little tree, and as you can see, it's in a lovely little pot. Still needs a bit of a clean, but it's looking fantastic so far. The only thing left to do now is give this little tree a nice little trim that it deserves. So making sure I hold it in place because it's still not secure properly until these roots grow in and establish themselves. I'm going to come in and just give it a good nice tidy up. So nice little prune just to tidy everything up, and again it's just a matter of coming in, neating the tree up. This one comes right across into your face, so I'm going to just come in. It could potentially be used in the future, so I'm just going to come in to there, although it still crosses the tree. In fact, no, I'm just going to take it off completely. Let's come right back there. Bring this one back. Hopefully we'll get some movement this way. This one comes all the way up to here, way too far, so I'm just going to come in, bring it back here. Yes, this one grows upwards, it's not going to be needed, but again, hopefully something will develop in the right areas. It's about just bringing everything back down. We've got buds at the end of this one. Probably too far up, but still, in fact I've got another bud there. I'll just bring it back in. This one, as you can see, comes right across the tree from the back section. I will end up, in fact let's move back so you can see where it comes from. That comes right back here. Oh, everything's just blown across, so let's move that out of the way. Yeah, it comes from right back here. I'm just going to come in and take that off completely, so let's just hold the tree. There we go. Let's cut that back. Same with that. This one is way too long. Bring that back out there. Nice. This one grows up at the back. Take that one out. There we go. This one needs to be the leader, so I'm gonna bring that back there, allowing this to become the leader. This is too thick. This is trying to be the leader, so it's got to be taken off. So I'm gonna have to switch tools to something a little bit more substantial to remove that one completely. In fact, I could just take it back to there. It's got buds at the base, so we might be able to utilize it and grow something that goes that way. This section here used to be the leader by the looks of it. It has died back. Let's clean it up. There we go. You can now see how long this has actually become. So in fact, let's take that back further. Do the same with this and this. There we go, looks a little bit better. This is too long as well. I've got buds just there. This is way too long. Let's take that back. Snip, snip, snip. Let's keep going. Let's just bring everything in nice and tight towards the top. In fact, let's bring that back a little bit more. I've got more buds at the top here. I'm going to bring that back even further. All this section is way too long. I'm just going to keep going back. I've got a bud right here. I've got a bud at the back just here as well. I'm going to take that back here. This one grows upwards. Don't mind it, but I'm going to utilize this one here, I think. That one here is probably going to go. I've got a bud here, so once that pops, I might utilize that, get rid of the one below it. It's clashing. Cut back to the bud here, and again I've got this one growing upwards, but I've got buds growing on it. If anything, this probably is a bit too far out the back of the tree. Do you know what? Let's just cut it right back there. There we go. Sod it. I've got them two little branches just here. I'll utilise those. This one is probably too straight and too long. I've got two buds here. I'm going to cut back to them. Even though this is long, hopefully I'll develop something this way, and then I will eventually have something further outwards. So yeah. I know I've cut everything off pretty much, but we've got loads of buds. The tree is very healthy. I've got loads of roots. It will all shoot out now. Let's bring everything back into some sort of shape. There we go. Looks a bit drastic, but the tree's got the shape in it. If anything, I could probably... If anything, I should probably get rid of that branch completely, because if you're following the Japanese rules of bonsai, it's on the inner arch. So let's do it. Let's get rid of it completely. Let's follow the rules. That might say it's low down, but let's do it. Let's grow it like that. If in the future I'll get rid of it maybe and then utilize this section. Let's go for it. Let's do a full redesign. Let's do it proper, as we're supposed to. There we go. Let's do it proper. My little Chinese plum, it's repotted into a nice larger pot as well compared to what it was, so it's got plenty of room now for its legs to grow basically. I do like it in this pot, and I've done a proper prune on it, which means, well, you know, I've gone ham on it again, but it's going to have proper structure now. I've actually gone by the rules and I've cleaned up the branch. Even though I did like it, it's in the arch and it's on the wrong side. It should be on this side really, so I've actually removed it. I've made everything more tighter as it should be, so it's got plenty of buds and I'm quite happy with it. I wasn't meant to do it, I didn't intend to do it, but I feel this is the way to go with it. In a week or two, all them buds will pop and we should have loads of fresh growth, and in a couple of weeks I'll show you what happens with it. So if you like this one, you like the pot, you like the tree, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because this is the place you need to see all the awesomeness that happens. Anyway, thanks for watching today. Enjoy the sunshine, enjoy your bonsais, and get out there, get working on them. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.